This will be my first ever scripted video. I feel like I have to spice this video up with something. I figured now would be a good time to experiment with methods and styles. It takes too much effort to try and keep track of all the sniffles and snorts I need to edit out during live commentary, especially in these longer videos. Plus, I couldn't even record a track for half the video anyway because my dogs were having a shit fit begging for food in another room. I feel about this mission the same way people feel about Fallout 3 Quest Blood Ties. Wow, that's a really great way of opening that thing up. The mission I'm talking about is, of course, Fly With Me. Come Fly With Me? I don't know. Compare the two. Compare Come Fly With Me to Blood Ties. I compare the two because we have two cults with silly mission statements. One is a group of ghouls that wants to blast off in a rocket ship, and the other is a gang of cannibals who call themselves vampires. Both have cult leaders who I personally want to throttle for thinking they're better than me, even though I was sent to murder them. Every single line uttered by either Jason Bright or Vance is delivered because I decided to show mercy. They're smarmy assholes. Hating them is very easy, and tempting the player to kill them is like life point.
Howdy, partner. Well, butter my butt and call me a biscuit.
We start Come Fly With Me by blowing into Novak, looking for Benny. The townsfolk will point us in the direction of one of the town watchmen. Manny Vargas is the man we're looking for. He's gay and will completely fall for us if we hit on him with the confirmed bachelor perk, apparently protecting Novak and keeping his old friends, the Great Khans, safe is not important to Manny. Enter Repcon and we'll immediately get flagged down by the intercom. There's no way to avoid this. We immediately know the Bright Brotherhood aren't hostile, and they immediately assume that we aren't hostile. The introduction is the most important part that makes me appreciate Blood Ties. Most people will be told, deliver a package to Lucy West's family. This is something I plan to do really quick on my way to go play, to play Pop Goes the Weasel with Arkansas for my waifu, Moira. Yeah. Moira Brown is my fucking waifu. She's really cute, actually. Except when we get to Arafu, the parents have been cannibalized and the brother has gone missing. A series of increasingly difficult skill checks will give us clues to follow up on when the town guard, Evan King. Wait, what? A series of increasing. Fuck me. The introduction is the most important part that makes me appreciate Blood Ties. Most people will be told to deliver a package to Lucy West's family. This is something I plan to do really quick on my way to play Pop Goes the Weasel with Arkansas for my waifu, Moira. Except when we get to Arafu, the parents have been cannibalized and the brother has gone missing. A series of increasingly difficult skill checks will give us clues to follow up on when the town guard, Evan King, tells us he suspects the murderers, a group of punk livestock killers that like to rile up the locals, could have come from any of three places. Deduce it's the train station. Go there, and maybe we'll be cautious enough to discover that Vance's family isn't openly hostile. We still have to pass a skill check, have a key item, have the cannibal perk, or bribe our way inside. We've made contact with the cult, and Come Fly With Me, Act 2, is dealing with the Nightkin who broke into the facility. It's the exact same premise as busting into Repcon and killing the ghouls. It has the same twist that the Nightkin can actually be reasoned with. Maybe doubling down on that isn't too bad, because nobody's expecting it. Nobody is expecting the same twist twice within the span of 10 minutes. maybe it's redundant. We're about 3 parties deep into the back-scratching nesting doll, and the catch is that we have to help the Nightkin looking for stealth boys while sneaking past them non-violently. So we go to the storage space they were trying to get into, and there's another third party applying pressure to do favors when we were sent to murder them. 4 parties deep into the nesting doll, we are. The traps that Harlan laid in the storage space are what made me go on an absolute murder spree the first time I did this mission. In Blood Ties, we're introduced to the family. We had to find a way to locate Ian West inside their little vampire lair. We're given no less than 10 options, ranging from skill checks to lore checks to perk checks. We can start blasting and get the info. We can also goad them into attacking first, so we can righteously claim self-defense. It takes 5 minutes, and we're encouraged to talk to the members of the cult, who all are, put together, some of the more interesting characters in the game. They're members of the family, yeah, but none of them are conformists. They believe in Vance to varying degrees, some being loyal and obsessive, while others just want to grill. When Ian is finally located, he'll admit that he was the one that murdered his parents, and that Vance had gone as far as to defend him. Assuming we haven't massacred everybody back at Retcon, we go back to Bright after the Nightkin are dealt with, and there's a sequence where the Brotherhood all hop into Spaceman Spiff uniforms and run to the basement. Jason Bright gives a speech about how humans have finally made reparations to Ghoulkind, and we never have to see him again. Their rocket isn't seaworthy yet, and they're in their seatbelt waiting for me to change the tire. That makes sense. The other named member of the cult, a human named Chris, is upset that they're leaving him behind. The ghouls let him believe that he was one of them while he helped them build the rocket. Bright implies Chris is delusional, but in reality, Chris is so cool that he has to be convinced to sabotage the rocket launch. Chris tells us to go on a quick fetch quest for 2 different items, one at a time. We can do skill checks to buy the parts we need, and we can source the fuel from unexpected places. If we choose to sabotage it, bring Chris some sugar bombs, because the reward for a successful skill check is more fetch quests. Now we have to leave the basement and go up to the command center to finally launch the rocket. If we can't pass a science check of 55 and personally sabotage the rocket, purposely or by accident with low intelligence checks. Otherwise, we can that's a thing. Otherwise, we can fine-tune the coordinates. Our reward when we get back to Manny is a map marker to Boulder City. As for the family, they agree not to harass Ian's town, Arafu, anymore. They can be convinced to protect the town with skill checks. For this, Vance rewards a schematic for one of the better weapons in the game, an optional perk to get healing from blood packs. If we don't want that perk, we can sell the blood packs to the family for a good price. Everyone in Arafu offers a service or a gift for making the family. That was for brokering this deal with the family. Here we go.
The Caesar has marked you for death, and the Legion obeys. Ready yourself for battle.
The premise of the mission is similar. The execution is almost the opposite. Most of Come Fly With Me happens after we make contact. But there's mystery and build-up to Blood Ties. I feel like that's the problem and also the point of Come Fly With Me. It takes a lot of effort to do this mission as our good-natured idiot savant Ron Perlman here. While I wasn't able to sneak past the Nightkin, I didn't attack anybody that wasn't already trying to cave my head in. Every single line uttered by every character is an insult. It would be easy to just liquidate those weirdos. I know that's the point, and that doesn't make it good. Jason Bright is an asshole who doesn't have a point in his teachings and cannot keep the ferals he brings to the facility in check, nor can he defend them from outside threats. At least if we help the Bright Brotherhood, they'll protect Novak and the Inslides. I know that I eventually decided I like the idea that this mission is meant to antagonize the player and test them. So I'm gonna remove that part. I think it's an okay quest now that I've written this. To be honest. In Blood Ties, I want to help Ian if I have to put up with those weirdos to get Ian to safety because I'm awful at hacking, then that's fine, because curiosity and proportionality is rewarded with a happy ending. If we help solve the problem non-violently, then with the family's help, Arafu is no longer getting sandwiched between the super mutants and Paradise Falls. Even if we can't broker a deal, then Arafu and Ian are at least in a better footing, whether Ian stays with Vance or goes home. I don't like Vance. Most of the time I don't fuck with the cannibalism perk because it's a waste. So he's generally a snide prick. I can still see the value of helping him since he's helping Ian and the others cope with mental illness. I'll give credit to come fly with me. The entire premise is to poke at you and prod at you and make us choose to do the right thing, putting in the work, swallowing pride, and at great inconvenience, helping them. Writing this has made me realize that there's artistic merit to that, in more of a meta sense than in the game design. To me, Blood Ties actually has something going for it. There's drama, there's family, there's heavy themes. It's a murder mystery. There are layers to Blood Ties standing alongside what New Vegas has to offer. People forget that psychics do exist in this setting, so people discount the whole premise that someone could psychically link with the mentally ill and try to reform them. The idea that he's trying to convince them that they're vampires is silly, and the family itself points this out. And if it falls right in line with Fallout's tendencies of outwardly mocking those who take things too seriously and filling anybody that does think hard with dread. Don't forget that Ian West killed and ate his parents. I'm gonna record this next section with the fucking Bluetooth mic to see if it actually works. Also, I'm gonna let my air conditioner blow. I need to hear how this will affect noise canceling shit. Anyways, that was my script. It was great. It actually lasted for about 10 minutes, and if I paced it out, it could have lasted for 15, maybe even 20 if I gave a little bit of a thing, you know, that thing that people do with the editing software. What do you call it? I thought I thought it was time that I'd, give that script idea a chance. That scripted content is not something I've ever done before, and I figured since I have the house to myself, I can just squeeze something out real quick. There are the dishes on my floor that I'm tripping on. I need to clean. Oh, and all the cans. The fuck out of my way, pile of cans. The fuck out of my way. Anyways. Yeah, the reason I am doing this channel is because I'm just trying to, get YouTube to give me permission to stream on this, platform. I do not want to give them my ID. I have no intention of giving the, fucking masters at Google my ID. That's not gonna happen. Fuck no. Fuck them. But, so we have a channel, for at least a couple months. If I like doing this, I'll keep doing this. But I do want to just stream for my friends. Very specifically for my friends. I don't expect to get any fan base at all. But I am having fun. Let's see. I was a real bastard of a time getting New Vegas to run on my computer because I installed it in the default folder, which apparently you're not supposed to do when you're playing them on Steam. When you're playing a Bethesda game on Steam and you want to mod it, or I guess any game, do not have it in the folder that Steam natively installs to. I had to move it. I had to reinstall a lot of the mods. I had to install DirectX 9 to get the audio to work properly because that was an issue. Apparently, you can have DirectX 11, but that's not enough. Some sort of conflict going on. You know, Fallout New Vegas is an old game, and I don't blame it at all. Windows 11. I don't need to. Whew. This is entirely rambling, but I feel like I have to fill in something because this Come Fly With Me video has been absolute chaos to throw together because the recording was bad. Getting it running properly at all was a pain in the ass. My mic didn't work trying to record my script. It's good to have the house to myself. Mom and Dad left. I went to go get some groceries. I'm supposed to go to work, but I called in sick. I told them to go fuck themselves. I've got COVID. Got diarrhea. Got pink eye. I gotta record a video for YouTube! I'm gonna harness this power of God and anime. For good. I'll shitpost.
You have any luck with the ghouls? I'm counting on you. Really? Unbelievable, man. I knew that wasn't gonna be easy. But I had a good feeling about you. You look like you've been through a lot. Okay, I'll tell you everything I know, like I promised. The guy you're looking for, Benny, he was traveling with some members from my old gang. They were going to Boulder City. No clue. I know Benny hadn't paid up yet. Maybe that was where they were supposed to get square. It's straight up Route 93 from here. Just keep following the road north. Hope that helps. I owed you. Yeah, see ya.